This is the Jug O Sip podcast.
Now, in the case of the Waterboy, I didn't. When I initially first saw the movie, I didn't relate to Bobby Boucher at all, which is the name of the main character that Adam Sandler plays in that movie.
I love Bobby so
Bobby
much.
Boucher. I didn't relate to him at all when it first came out, when I first saw it. But when I saw it a second time, well, not a second time, but years later, because I've seen that movie something like 50 or 60 times. But when I saw it years later, I had a better understanding of what my home life and my childhood actually was, like the real scope of it. And on that, I started to relate to the fact that Bobby was this young man who was very passionate about a strange thing. He was very socially awkward because he was isolated toward his mom or around his mom, who sheltered him a lot. This sheltering turned into his inability to. He wasn't properly educated.
He wasn't grown up enough.
He wasn't very adult. He was like a very well-meaning man-child that was sitting on a lot of talent
sweetheart.
And potential. Yeah, and I can say that there was a time in my life where I felt like that. I felt like there was too much negative influence of my mom on me. My future was in jeopardy because of what she couldn't see or wouldn't see. There were also things like, you know, I felt like I had a lot of potential. I thought I was very intelligent and fairly talented, but my sense of character, my prospects were limited because I just didn't have the life experience or the depth of character to make anything of myself with any of the things that I thought I could do.
But you had passions and you had interests, just like Bobby had in football.
Well, like Bobby, who had Henry Winkler, who saw the best in Bobby and wanted to help him, you know, move forward.
Figured out a way to make him proactive.
Bobby Boucher had a mentor, and I collected mentors. One of my mentors, he lives in the same building as me, but
he's our friend and landlord.
Yeah, he's our landlord and everything. But I've collected a lot of mentors over the years, and often the biggest lesson I took out of the Waterboy is that often you need a little bit of help to see the best of yourself.
For me, it's really interesting that you say you relate to Bobby Boucher because I have always related to Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt?
Yeah, let me explain.
I can see that.
Let me explain why. Because Vicky is a very sweet girl.
Played by Fairuza Balk.
Who is one of my biggest influences as an actress and as a human being. I feel like on some level, I just really relate to this girl. Now, Vicky is very misunderstood. She's a very sweet girl and very loyal and very devoted to Bobby. And she's just such a good person, but she shit on and treated like white trash and told she was a whore, told she was satanic, told all this shit. But all she really wanted to do was be with a man she loved and just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I was treated a lot like that. I was treated like a pariah most of my life because people thought I was bad news because of how I looked or how I carried myself. And at the end of the day, just like Vicky Valancourt, I'll fucking kill someone for you. And that's just, like, not literally, but I'll tear someone's fucking head off for you. Like,
isn't there a scene where she holds up the side?
Like, want me to kill them? That's like literally me as a friend and as a partner. Like, I am so fiercely devoted to those I love that if someone tries to fuck with them, I'm like, you want to throw down? I'll fight you myself. Like, I don't give a fuck. And I've always had that bravery the same way that Vicky had, because Vicky was brave because she was shit on most of her life. And when you've been shit on most of your life and people doubt you, it just makes you not give a fuck anymore.
What ended up happening in The Waterboy is when Bobby Boucher, well, the reason they call him the Waterboy is because that's what he was. He was a water boy for a college or a high school, I think. No, it was a college, right?
Football team, I believe.
It was a college football team. He was a water boy, and he was extremely good at his job. He was incredibly passionate. He knew things about water that most people just couldn't even comprehend.
Like, it was just, he was like a weird water savant.
Yes, but the thing is with him is he had a lot of repressed anger. And one day, that repressed anger exploded, and he tackled somebody. And he tackled him with a force that was even better than any of the tackle. I mean, I don't know football terms. But
it was intense.
Yeah, like it was intense. Like he could tackle people better than anybody that was on that team.
Back when I was a cheerleader, it would have definitely made me go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like no, and the thing is, the trigger incidentally was insulting water.
Yeah, somebody insulted water.
Said water sucks.
Yeah.
And Henry Winkler, his mentor, realized that he was a really good football player, but if he's provoked with anger, he was even better. So he would torment him with phrases like a song like going, "Water sucks. It really, really sucks."
And he was into it, you know, he was in on it, rather.
Yeah, like, he knew it would help him.
Henry wasn't manipulating him. You can find the Jug O Sip podcast on YouTube and Spotify every Monday and Friday.
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow at Jug O Sip Podcast on all social media.